Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-5. It's the Tier 4 Soviet SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Lakeville, and this one is under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP. And yes, this is another of the replays for the competition. Angelina won it last week. Now it's Talon's turn. Game on. Well, he's got the 152mm mortar. It is a mortar rather than a howitzer, but they did actually build one of these variants as a prototype. They built 3 in total. Each had a different howitzer. The first one, 76mm. The second one was a 122, and the third, a 152mm. This one is capable of 350 alpha, 35mm of pin, and 6.2 meters on the burst radius, with a stun duration of between 4 seconds and 6.5. And yes, it does have stun even at tier 4. Now it does have a fairly long flight time because of course it is a mortar, so it's going straight up and straight down. He's fired his first shot. Now you actually only get 18 rounds in total, so he's only got 17 left to play with. But he's actually moving a lot closer to the enemy because it has got a rather short range. And the enemy are holding back. They're not coming forward. Now he might be able to get a shot on these guys. Effectively, that Panzer S-35, the conversion of a Smur by the Germans, a Butte Panzer, is rather stationary and got a direct hit. Now he's probably been penetrated by that shot. Or at least he may have been. We don't know. Now he's now going for the Sahariano or the Matilda. The Matilda's first, and he lands it right in front of him for 136. This guy's coming on though. He's not intrepid. He is intrepid. He's not frightened at all, but he is taking a huge amount of damage. And we got damage assist there for actually taking out his track. And now one more shot. Yeah, he's got the kill, and he got the damage assist because he took out the track. Going for the Sahariano. The Rock takes the shock instead. Now the T-28 will make a perfect target. They've got very thin armor, T-28s. He might be able to penetrate that guy, but he's having a look at this M3. I go for the T-28. He's stationary. He's not doing anything, and we can fully dial in. And Talon likes doing that. Rounds out. Direct hit. Okay, he's making good use of these shells. Oh, well, there goes the Sahariano. And now it's just the M3 Stuart. And, of course, that T-28. Rounds out. Gets another hit, 142. And look at the amount of damage he did to that T-28. Massive amount. The shell hit the front of the vehicle. There was a massive great hole there. There's a good chance he is getting penetrating shots. He adjusts, he fires, and he splashes him, but only gets a critical hit. Now, looking around, he can see there are enemies in the town, including a T-29. Now that's a premium medium. Let's see if he can get a shot on that guy. The guy's moving though quite quickly, and well, yep, he gets splashed for 84 off that shot. Well, there's good news and there's bad news. We're 2 up on the enemy at the moment. The bad news is the enemy have the village or the town, so if we are going to continue, we'll probably need to stay near our cap area to provide our teammates with a bit of cover. Now he's decided to go to this position here, so he's a little closer to the enemy cap if he wants to go up the valley. But there are a number of enemy tanks that are going to be coming close. You might want to adjust where he is at the moment because he might be blocked. He's got a red line there, you see. That rock face there is really getting in the way. That's better. If he goes up and sits behind that rock there, he might be better off. That's good. Okay, there's that T-28 and the T-29. Both get low on hit points. There's the T-28. He's a one-shot. We only need to land the round near him and he'll die. Rounds out. he's moved. Now there's somebody behind that house there. The standard reload with this mortar is 16.3 seconds. His reload is 15.26. The enemy is moving. They're getting closer and closer. The T-70 came down the Lake Road, and there's the T-28E with the F-30 gun. Now that is a very deadly tank, medium tank with the 85mm main gun. He fires around in, splashes the guy, tracks him. So he burned his repair kit to get moving again, and he's now one shot. He's still... Oh, he's actually just parked next to the wreck of that Hetzer. He's going to become a wreck himself if he's not careful. And again, our teammates are not providing any spotting. There's the T-28. Rounds out. Gets the splash kill. That's good. Oh, he's been spotted, and he's now taking fire from an N8A1 who's come down the valley. Oh, and he was set fire to and burned up. Yes, his teammates who actually went up the valley to try and take the cap, and they all fell, and now it's 2 versus 3, but it's still winnable. Okay, the M8A1. Now I'm wondering if that's a 76mm gun, but this guy's going for it. Oh, gets down, turns around. Oh, don't flip yourself. Oh, he's not under control. He's not. He's got the wrong gun and he's not under control, but he still manages to kill the enemy. But unfortunately, now his gun's damaged. He's got virtually no hit points left, and now the enemy is starting to encroach on our territory. There's only 2 left, but there's only 1 left on the enemy team, and it's there, SU-5, and he's up the other end. And now that means, yes, technically they have won the game. All they need to do now is go and find the enemy Arty. I did think for a second that they'd really mucked it up, because of course this guy couldn't turn the turret fast enough to actually get his gun onto the enemy. That's the big gun on the M8A1. The 3-inch gun, I think it is, which is the gun that you actually get it with when it's stopped. The 57mm was the one that the other guy was using. It's got a faster fire rate and more penetration, so it's a much better gun. Well, looks like this M5A1 Stuart's going to be the first one to find the SU-5, but we don't know where he is, and of course his sixth sense hasn't gone off yet. M8A1 coming up through town. We'll just let him catch up. Want to go in both at the same time guarantees that if he aims for one, the other one's going to get the enemy and win the game. Almost there. There he is. Get ready. Go. Now's the time to go. Now, sixth sense gone off? Not yet. We haven't been seen. But I go in now. We know where he was last seen in grid square A5. He's a fairly slow Arty, so he might not have moved very far. It's more than likely if he has moved, he's actually moved to an ambush position. He's not there. Nobody gone off in the cap at the other end yet. He could be hiding in any of these bushes. No sign of him in the valley. They've got enough time. They could hunt this SU-5 down, but one of them ought to sit in the cap and just start capping for the meanwhile. Okay, the M8A1 is the one that's going around. And I think he's going to go up the valley. Is he? Whoa! He went over that bump there and jumped. No, they've decided to cap out and win the game by capping. They can actually move away from that specific point because that... Oh, he's at the other end. Okay, well, they've got more than enough time now. They can go down the other end. One of them just needs to go down and then they can kill the guy and win the game. Yep, I think the M5 Stuart guy knows what it's all about. You see, they're winning by capping anyway. Even if they don't kill the SU-5, they will win the game anyway. And in fact, the M8A1's decided to come as well. Maybe somebody's pointed out to him that it's probably more valuable to them to actually kill all of the remaining enemy. You get the bonus. Whoa! Don't flip your vehicle. Okay, the SU-5 is going to be in the cap. There he is. So all they have to do is shoot him. And that's it. They've won the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the third-class tanker for talon1958 in the SU-5. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7. And his win rate from the game, 3,016, which is Super Unicum standard. But let's have a look at team score and see where he was. Well, he didn't get the highest damage. No, unfortunately, that went to the M8A1, who managed 1,260 hit points of damage. I think he picked the wrong gun. Second highest damage went to the T28 on the enemy team with 1,236. And the third highest damage went to the M8A1 on the enemy team, who did pick the right gun, but he got 1,151 hit points of damage. We can see that Talon got 1,083 hit points of damage, was beaten by 2 members of the enemy team, 1 on his own, which means he's in 4th place overall with 1083. When it came to kills, though, the top scorer was the M5 Stuart, who got 6 kills. 5 kills went to the M8A1, 4 kills went to the T28, and 2 kills went to the M8A1, the Hetzer, and the T28E with the F30 and the T70 on the enemy team. I'm afraid Talon only got the 1 kill. And when it came to base XP, it's the M5 Stuart with 878, followed by the M8A1 with 643, and the Chi-Ha managed to get 626 in 3rd place. He got a Confederate. The M5A1 Stuart got a Top Gun, of course, for getting 6 kills. The T29 on the enemy team also got a Confederate, but didn't get any kills at all in that game. So he certainly did hit a lot of our team, but wasn't getting anything out of it, any kills out of it. So, yes, Talon. So he's actually 4th on damage. Well down on kills. Is it 4th on kills? I think it is actually, because yes, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 players ahead. Yes, so joint 4th. And on base XP, well, he beat all but 2 on the enemy team, all but 3, sorry. And there's 4 members of his own team, which means he's in 8th place on base XP. He fired 13 rounds, got 4 direct hits, 1 penetrating shot, and 8 splash. Damage of 1,083 hit points, of which 970 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits, and 3 of them were penetrations, 1 non-penetration, but that was enough to finish him off. 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 killed, and 45 hit points of damage assistance. He also got 3 stuns, but no stun assist out of it at all. Now, he earned 65,524 credits profit. That's quite a high amount on a premium account. And he did get a 50,000 mission completion bonus. So I suppose if you do withdraw that, you can only see 15,524 credit. But he did get 1,206 experience points out of it. Now, let's have a quick look to see which one did he pen. Was it the T28? No, it wasn't, surprisingly. But was it the T28 on the other side? Yes. When he fired that round at the T28, a blind shot, it actually hit the guy straight in the square in the face. And it actually did 337 hit points of damage, which is less than the alpha. So it was a low roll, but it did pen. If he'd actually got a second shot in there, I think he might have actually taken the guy out altogether. So quite an interesting change, because of course before he was actually using the higher tier Arties or sticking around the Hummels and the others, but you can get ace tankers and you can get other high scoring games in the lower tier Arties. So it's very, very much recommended to try out things like tier 6 Arties and tier 5 Arties, just to see if you can get that ace tanker, the elusive ace tanker you need in order to win the competition straight away. Now, I'm not sure what Angelina's going to do, because she hasn't sent in a replay yet, but it's more than likely going to come in the next couple of days. So do watch out, because I think this competition might be over rather suddenly if one of them picks up an ace tanker. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below, because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.